This is part 2 of the Accidental Divorcee. We left off from part 1, understanding why some marriages end, and if you haven't already seen it, I encourage you to go check it out right now. The intention of this channel is to build understanding and community. I encourage you to join our Facebook community online and to connect with others who can either provide comfort, some stories, or just be there for you. It's tough out there, so let's support one another. Please be sure to like, engage, and subscribe to this channel. It really does help keep this channel going. Again, the intention of it is to help others. This YouTube content is based on Laura Scott's novel, The Accidental Divorcee. I put a link in the description below so that way you can get a copy on Amazon. I personally like to highlight, tab, or just have something tangible in my hands to refer back to. Highly recommend. You guys should definitely get a copy. Okay, so the leaver. For most people who leave the marriage, there has been at least one major long-term deal breaker or disappointment. The person who leaves may have gone into the marriage with solid intentions, but over time, they may feel as though their expectations of the marriage have either not been met or they've been denied love, attention, or whatever else they may feel that they need to make their own life meaningful or just to be happy in a marriage, in the marriage. Usually the dissatisfaction involves love, sex, money, power, betrayal, or loss of respect from their partner. They may be threatened to leave over a period of time, or they may just end up leaving. The leaver may feel that they have tried hard over time and they have tried to work it out, but it's just over. They know that it may be a rough ride for their spouse, their children, their parents, their community, extended family, friends. There's so many people who get involved. Everyone is just going to have to get used to the idea that the leaver is done. The leaver feels justified and will reject any other view but their own. Pleading with the leaver may fall on deaf ears. The leaver has begun to envision a new life for themselves and has figured out that they want to leave the relationship permanently. They have hardened themselves to the decision. Once someone feels wronged or neglected, it's easy for them to justify leaving because in their mind, they were hurt. They were mistreated first. The person who has been left is likely aware of the signs, the blow-ups, the weird things that's said, but they may still be stunned by the partner's decision. They may know that there are problems, but they are committed to the marriage. They may have had disappointments, but were getting what they needed, or alternatively perceived marriage as a permanent state. Splitting up is just not the option for them. They usually still love the person who is leaving. The partner left behind may think or hope that their spouse will eventually come back and they will wait to see what happens, possibly anticipating the return of their partner. A part of them believes that the spouse cannot survive without them. They may do all of the things that the partner had asked, hoping that the partner may return. The left may become highly sexual with the leaver, hoping to regain the relationship. It's stunning to the left that they have no voice or power within their separated spouse. The person who left behind may be unaware of the depth of the hurts that the leaver has suffered, and likewise, the leaver may not comprehend fully the damage that they leave behind. The reality is that both spouses may see themselves as the one who has been wronged. Every situation is unique. Before the bomb fell, did you notice changes in your partner? Did your partner make declarations about their future or start talking about what they want? Did your partner suddenly have a problem with your behavior or appear distracted? Or maybe do you recall your partner starting a fight out of the blue? If any of this sounds familiar, your partner was probably experiencing emotional distancing themselves from you. Those partners who follow this approach often start with condemnations of their partner's behavior. Lots of sighing and basically just acting odd, followed by phases of not acting normally. The partner started to pull away, may lose a good deal of weight or change their hair or buy new clothes. They may begin to go out and not tell you where they're going. It's quite common for the leaver to tell you that they think they've never loved you or questioned why they got married at all. A story from someone who's been through this, Caroline. She's a 36-year-old stay-at-home mother with 3 children. She said, "I couldn't believe when my husband of 14 years left, but announced that he was moving just down the street so that way the kids can see him. I knew we had problems, but who didn't? He would have given me his apartment number or his address or name of the apartment because he said that he was afraid that I would come look for him. Why did this happen to me after being so faithful to him for 14 years? What did I do? Sometimes it's hard to rationalize and understand. To say that divorce is a game changer is a complete understatement. It doesn't just affect the person who is leaving. Divorce affects the whole family, although the leaver may not be willing to admit it or see it at this time. It changes everything, financially, emotionally, geographically, in every single person's area of your life. People travel this journey at their own pace and find different ways to work through the changes. It's a complicated set of resources that will need to navigate this path, no matter if you are the leaver or the left behind. Emily shares that I was in a car accident and the airbag hit me and I got out of the car and I sat on the side of the road. I felt absolutely nothing. I guess I was in shock. Even when the gash in my skin really began to bleed, I still couldn't feel anything. The police and the emergency services came, and after an hour or so, I began to hurt where I had been injured. Deep shocks to the psyche at the end of the marriage or even separation are not so different from physical injuries. It can take a while to play out. You may hear that your ex has a new lover or understand that he or she has moved out, but at first you were completely numb. It has no meaning. In a couple of days or weeks, strong emotions may start to emerge here in response to the news, but not always at first. This is completely normal. You're likely to feel a number of emotions when you first realize that you're headed for divorce. We'll talk about those in the next chapter. If you're interested in purchasing the Accidental Divorcee novel, I've included a link in the description below so you have something physical to hold on to, highlight, tab, refer back to when you need it. And as always, please subscribe to this channel. It really does help keep this going and help others in the community. I'll see you for chapter 2.